Well, the LA Kings have officially won their first game of the season, 3 points out of 4 in their opening weekend. Not bad, not bad. It didn't look like things were going to be great when today started because, now forgive me if this sounds exactly like what happened in 2016, Jonathan Quick, after the first game, was placed on injured reserve for a lower body injury, and we've called up Peter Budaj from the AHL. Yeah. Anyone else having horrible flashbacks? Relax. It is not going to be as bad. By all indications, it's a day-to-day injury. It happened in practice. And likely the only reason that he's officially on injured reserve is because they start a road trip on Tuesday. They probably leave tomorrow. And for those 3 games, if you're going to have a guy on injured reserve to bring up the backup, it just makes more sense. So, hoping just a paperwork thing by the time they're back from their road trip, Jonathan should be back and healthy. But if he's not, Jack Campbell was incredibly good in goal tonight. I was not worried at all. The first period, he was very solid, very steady in nets. Didn't really, there was no situation when, oh no, oh my gosh, maybe that was, he was really good. He actually got the first star of the game tonight. So congratulations, Jack Campbell. Thank you again. I know that it's difficult for the Kings backups to really shine because Jonathan Quick plays so many of the games. But yeah, Campbell, really good, really solid in net tonight. So that was awesome. First period was kind of boring compared to the rest of the 2. And considering that minute and 37 seconds and we got a 4-minute power play because Phaneuf was bleeding, that should tell you something. But God, honestly, it was the most boring 4 minutes of the game. Like, nothing happened. Why can the Kings not power play? I do not understand this. It just baffles me. So, those 4 minutes aside, nothing really happened. Then I think Martinez got a penalty like halfway through the thing. We killed that. It's like night and day in the first period, the difference between our penalty kill and our power play. It's shocking to me. I don't understand how this happens. But defensive team first. We showed it with that penalty kill. And, I mean, there are some good things happening. Like Wagner's speed is, again, impressive. He just needs to learn how to really finish that off. There was some good chemistry on the Iafallo, Kopitar, Kovalchuk line. Ledoux was doing some good things. Anderson Dolan was in his first game. So, just, a lot of back and forth. It was a little sloppier than I'd like and kind of an anticlimactic ending to the first 0-0. Nothing happened, blah. There was some hockey. Then we get to the second period. That gets much more exciting. We get our first goal from Captain Anze Kopitar. Absolutely stunning. I mean, just beautiful the way he managed to handle this puck and sneak it in back behind at that angle behind our other ex-Jonathan Quick backup, Bernier. Gosh, there's quite a few of them around the league now, isn't there? So, 1-0. The Kings are doing great. Very exciting. And then Jake Muzzin, kills a guy. That may have been an exaggeration. But if you look at this hit, it's pretty impressive. Hit of the game for sure. So, the other team, weirdly takes offense to that. I don't know. And so they get in a fight, and so then it's still 5-on-5. Both got 5-minute majors for fighting, but damn, totally worth it, Muzzin. Good job. That was awesome. And he pretty much levels the guy when he's fighting, too. I mean, even fight, but Jake is definitely getting in his punches and got the better of it. So, awesome. Very cool. Not usually into the fights myself with the hockey, but that was pretty great. So, then they tied up, and things are not looking so great anymore. It was a power play goal to them. Looked a lot easier than it should have, I think. Campbell looked like he had it and he knew where it was, but it just kind of missed his body completely and just sailed past him blocker side, and so it's tied. And yeah, that's not so great, especially on the power play. Our power play percentage was bad tonight, guys. It was after the first one, which was awesome. That was very concerning. So anyway, we're tied. Kings take a little bit to get it back up to 2-1. but they do thanks to Paul LeDuc. Now this comes after some particularly sloppy and chippy play by the entire team. Even Drew Doughty did something phenomenally stupid. Ugh. But they made up for it with this shot here. Very exciting for Paul LeDuc. I always like to say Paul LeDuc was due because I'm corny like that and I spend too much time with Jesse from the Kings podcast. So anyway, 2-1, good things are happening. All very exciting, end of the second period. Things are looking good. Things are looking pretty good. We're really hoping that sloppiness goes away because even the thing that Doughty did wrong, total giveaway, led to a huge-ass breakaway for the other team that, well, I guess we'll never know if Campbell had it or not because the guy kind of fumbles on himself, but it was very undisciplined, and had this been a team that was good at capitalizing on things like that, I would have been concerned. So anyway, we go into the third period, and then there's just like mass chaos 5 minutes into it. Like, there was craziness. There was a lot of fighting. I believe Phaneuf started it, and so he got 5 minutes. No, he got 2 minutes for roughing. He, like, abandoned the puck, and then to go try and hit a guy and rough the guy up. And then that guy got a 10-minute misconduct for whatever he did that caused Phaneuf to turn around, abandon the puck, and try and punch him in the face. And then as he was skating off, LeDuc got into it, so he got some penalties with the guy that he was fighting. And it only evened out, but there was just a lot of penalties going on. So we took a break, we calmed down, we came back and played some more hockey. And then we made it 3-1. That's a pretty good way to make up for all of that craziness, I think. So third goal was, again, the Kopitar, Kovalchuk, and Iafallo line, which just did stunning things tonight. I probably used that adjective before, but it was impressive. There was very impressive chemistry going on between the three of them, and while Iafallo didn't technically make the 3 stars of the game tonight, he should have, because all of the little things that he did to chip in and get the puck into the right places so that Kovalchuk and Kopitar could get their goals, really nice. Really, really nice stuff from all of them. So to see a new guy, essentially new, I mean, he's second year, I guess, in Iafallo, a veteran who's been out of the NHL and come back and got his 400th point tonight, congratulations. To see him, and then our veteran, but still not quite up there in a year's Kopitar, to see them all manage to meld together, and it's the thing of beauty. It really is. So that line, 3-1, all is looking really good on the Kings front. Campbell is being solid again in nets. We've kind of, again, a little chippy and sloppy, not as bad as the second period. And then the game's waning, and we're getting maybe a little cocky and too confident in our 3-1 here, because with about 5 minutes left, we get a penalty, and they score on it, and there's exactly 4 minutes left in the game, and that's why I was concerned about our penalty kill average, because I think there were only about 3 times in the game we actually felt shorthanded, and 2 of them we gave up goals on. So, things to work on for next game. Yeah, and with 4 minutes left, 3-2 just doesn't look as convincing as 3-1, even remotely. So, it gets a little nerve-wracking. As seconds are ticking down, we don't exactly have the control we would like. And then they pull their goalie, and they take a timeout and strategize, and it's getting to be that nail-biter where, oh, you really don't want to go into overtime again. Please don't go into overtime again. And thank God. They managed to pull it out with less than 30 seconds remaining, empty net goal. There were a couple of chances where we thought that might happen, but this is the one where it actually goes through, and 4-2. Whew. I think the game was a convincing 4-2. Like, yeah, those last few minutes were nerve-wracking, but overall, like, 3-1 for a lot of the game, and given what was going on, I think it was a well-deserved win. Like, I'm okay with it. I'm more than okay, though. I'm very excited. It's a nice high note to go off into our road trip on. It's going to be, it's only a 3 or 4 game road trip, but it feels like it's a long time. So I may or may not recap them. We'll see if I am working or not. But until then, we can take heart in the fact that we have a fantastic top line. We have really solid guys in goaltending, even with Jonathan Quick out. And we are now sitting pretty, for the whole 2 games that we played. All right, Kings fans, have a great night.